Yo, what is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 gameplay video. Hey, in this video, I wanted to share with you guys just a build that I've been using lately in the Crucible, and I've actually really been enjoying it. It's probably the most fun aerial ambush build that I've played with so far in Destiny 2, and it is on the Dawnblade, and I'm using the Attunement of Sky. And there's two things about this setup that I love dearly. And the first is that it's basically aerial combat and maneuverability is sort of one of the key focal points of this build. You've got a lot of skills that are geared towards being in the air and being able to shoot in the air and being rewarded for shooting in the air. And you get some increased maneuverability as well, along with some of the perks that are in the Attunement of Sky. The other thing, the way that I play this build, the second thing that I think really gives it character is its sort of snowballing kills ability. It's sort of like building momentum in the Crucible. I really enjoy the way that this build plays out. Hopefully you enjoy the gameplay. You'll see a lot of fun plays. Lots of moments in this gameplay where I have very little health and I get pushed by two people and I'm able to outplay these two people with very little health. And I'll talk a bit about that in the video. So first and foremost, let's check out the skills in the Attunement of Sky. If you're not familiar with the Attunement of Sky, it is the top skill tree for the Dawnblade, and it has Swift Strike. Basically, you slap somebody. You don't have to kill them, but you slap them, and whether you kill them or not, you're going to get increased movement speed and increased reload speed. So that pairs well with some of the weapons that I like to use with this build, which we'll talk about in a minute. The second perk is the Winged Sun perk. Basically makes it so that you can shoot your gun and throw grenades without interrupting your glide ability. So you still keep your momentum as you're gliding through the air. And this is actually a somewhat technical perk to get acquainted with because of the way that it actually plays out when you are in combat. So basically, one of the things that you can do is you use, I use the glide ability that gives you sort of this initial burst of speed when you hit glide. So I go tap tap to go straight up. I do 2 taps very quickly to put myself up in the air. Tap tap, and then just tap the trigger. You just tap the trigger, whether it's your left trigger or if it's your right mouse button to ADS, whatever it may be. What that's going to do is you don't have to keep aiming down sights. Just tap it. And then that'll make it so that you do this light, long floof up in the air. So you're just kind of hovering out in the air. You can look down, sort of survey the area, hover over a doorway for a while without being ADS. Because when you're ADS, it sort of limits your field of vision, right? Your field of view narrows in quite a lot when you ADS. So you can just tap it and then still just kind of lightly floof up in the air and not come down for a while and kind of hang out up there and trying to bait, trying to ambush. And then when someone comes through, that's when you ADS. So, but you do have to remember that you have to tap the jump button again to sort of cancel that long floof. That way you don't just hang out there. If someone comes around the corner and they see you from a ways off and you're just kind of floofing up in the air, you want to get out of there quickly. So you tap the jump button again just to cancel that glide, and you'll fall right back down to the ground. So it's somewhat technical getting used to playing with that ability, and it can feel really foreign at first. So it takes a little bit of time. A little getting used to. Next perk in the Attunement of Sky, Heat Rises. Basically makes it so that when you get kills from the air, if you're airborne and you get a kill with anything, and your feet are not touching the ground, it's going to give you a quick boost to your grenade and melee energy cooldowns. So you're going to get a little bit of energy back on those kills, which can start to snowball and can get you your, it does get you your abilities back much quicker, which is great because of the way that this build plays out. So the last perk in the Attunement of Sky is the Icarus Dash. You double tap circle, double tap B if you're on Xbox, or whatever you have it mapped to on PC. For me, it's my mouse button, but you tap that and you'll do sort of like a Twilight Garrison dash in air like you did in Destiny 1. So that can actually... At first, I was unimpressed with that ability, but now, as I'm starting to play with it more and get used to that dash more, it really does come in clutch. I had one moment playing this build the other day in Trials, and a guy, I didn't realize there was a guy behind me. He was a Night Stalker, he was invis, he's suddenly behind me, I get slapped from behind, so I just feel a melee from behind. I instantly jump and then double tap circle, and Icarus dashed straight backwards over the guy's head, and he completely lost me. And I just mowed him down with an SMG from behind. The guy had me dead to rights, but jump, Icarus dash, right back over his head, and with the SMG, he's done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It just felt super cool when you did it. You're like, oh, dude got outplayed. You know what I mean? So it's really fun when you have moments like that. So, talking about weapons. So, what you want to do, at least what I ended up doing, is you should consider using weapons that have kill clip on them, because of the way that it sort of synergizes with the sort of snowballing perks, you know, increasing your movement speed, increasing your cooldowns. It tees you up for success with the next kill. So getting kill clip active on a weapon, basically it tees you up for the second guy, and there's a lot of that in this gameplay where I would not have been able to kill the second guy that pushed me if I didn't have kill clip active. So I ended up using the old-fashioned hand cannon and the rattler. Everyone's like, the what? Excuse me? Gesundheit? No, the rattler. It's a viced sidearm. It's not that great of a sidearm, which is why you don't see it much. But if you're landing your shots and you have it sort of decked out for that increased range and stability, then you can make it work. And I did end up making it work. I really enjoyed using the rattler and getting the kill clip active. You see a lot of double kills with the rattler and kill streaks with the rattler here in this gameplay. So you could also use the anti-IP. I tend to not use the anti-IP because I just feel, I don't like the way it makes me feel when I leverage the meta too much. Every now and then I'll pick up an anti-IP. I don't touch a Uriels anymore. I hate it. I'm so sick of the Uriels, so I just don't touch it. But anti-IP does have kill clip on it, so it does actually work really well with this build. So if you still love using the anti-IP, go for it. It couples great with this build. So the anti-IP does tend to destroy things in the Crucible, coupled with a good build, especially a build that baits and ambushes from the air, really does play out quite nicely. So what I tend to do is, and you see this a lot in the gameplay, especially those early clips you may have seen, where I lead with a grenade. I see guys are coming around a corner, so I lead with a grenade, I go high, I'm floofing in the air, they get tagged by the firebolt, and then I can clean them up with my sidearm or with the old-fashioned from the air. The old-fashioned, actually, if you're up close and personal, you do get some really nice hit registration from the air. Now this build will be so much better if in-air accuracy, oh please, I'm praying to the Lord, baby squeezes almighty, please let us get some increased in-air accuracy with the March 27th update, or at least soon after that. I know this is the Move Fast update, but I hope they slip that in there too, because some of this aerial mobility things they're going to be pointless if you can't accurately hit your shots from the air. So people are going to want to Titan skate if they can't shoot accurately while they're up there. They're just going to be sitting ducks. So I really hope in-air accuracy gets a buff. This build will be even stronger then. So I like to lead with the grenade, clean up with the damage, and then when I do that, it helps cool down my next grenade faster and my melee ability, because I got the kill from the air. And you can see that in the gameplay if you look. When I get the kills from the air, you look in the lower left, and you can see that surge in grenade and melee energy. So it is a little bit technical, and it is a bit of a niche way to play the game, but it's effective. And especially on some of these tight quarters maps, it is just a really fun way to play. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm going to be using this build. If you want to come and hang out, I'm going to be using this build in trials this week. So tomorrow afternoon, Monday afternoon, Eastern time, about 1 to 5. So we'll probably have time for 2 or 3 cards. Me and Faint's are going to be running trials. We're going to run raffles, trying to help some people out, just trying to have some fun in trials. And I will be using my Dawnblade. I'll be using this build and trying to have some fun with it. I did use this build a little bit in trials with Fimi Shake, Fun Police. We had a blast. Again on Tuesday morning with Pure Chill. Going to be doing raffles again on PS4. So if you want to come by, you want to play with us, you're more than welcome to do so this week. I look forward to seeing you around, guys. Hope you enjoyed the build. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And I'm excited to get some more gameplay out to you in the near future. Take it easy, y'all. I'll catch you in the Crucible.